Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we are going to review Super 7 Silverhawks Bluegrass, Deluxe Bluegrass. I love Bluegrass. He was the coolest dude within the Silverhawks. I loved him because he played the guitar. I loved him because he was the pilot. He had Wingman with him. I mean, everything was cool about Bluegrass. So we're going to go into this mailer box right here. Let me bring this a little bit closer right here because some people like to see the mailer box, you know. Silverhawks Bluegrass in the front, Super 7 over there, ages 14 plus. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on the sides, nothing on the top, nothing on the sides. On the back, you got some legal mumbo jumbo going on right there. Silverhawks Super 7, 14 plus, Super 7 retail. Their store and the barcode right here if you want to pause the video, scan it, whatever the case may be, if it helps you out in any way. Now we're going to go into the package, so give me a few seconds to get this guy or get the box out of the package, and we're going to go into the box. And here we have the PSA man inside the box, who's always quizzing the Copper Kid, Colonel Bluegrass, the pilot of the Mirage and second in command of the Silverhawks. Man, let me bring this closer for you guys right here. And here we have this beautiful chrome box right here, looking real good right there. Look at that, man. Got the raised lettering of Silverhawks right there. Man, this is looking good, boy. Look at this. Look at this. Got the Bluegrass right here. Got the Silverhawks emblem right there, sketched in blue and silver. Cartoon accurate. On the top, you got Ultimates raised lettering and a chrome cardboard lettering, as you can see right here. Silverhawks right there. Silver 7 right there, man. You got the barcode on the bottom, looking good right there. Super 7 barcode, pause it if you want to. Contents 1, figure 14 plus. Boom. That is what you are getting with Silverhawks Colonel Bluegrass right here. So let's take this dude out the package and see. Well, you know what? We still got to lift the sleeve up, boy. Look at that, boy. Look at him. This man is looking awesome inside of there. You got Colonel Bluegrass. Look at all these accessories in here, man. Look at this. Look at this. You got Hot Licks. You got Wingman right here. Got Hot Licks right here. Got Blast Effects. You got the other faces right here. Him with the Mohawk, boy. Man, thank you, Super 7. And yeah, you have the Silverhawks logo right there. You have to understand, due to the chrome or like, you know, chrome foil type of packaging that they've given it in cardboard, it is setting off different, making light reflect in certain ways right there. Ultimates at the top over here, and yes, we have the bio over here. I was just so excited to get to this guy. I was about to skip the package, man. Beautiful box art of Colonel Bluegrass right there. I don't know why they do them with this dark look and just their eyes showing, but it's cool. It's cool. You got the stars all along it and stuff like that. I guess these are supposed to represent stars and stuff. And over here we have a bio of Colonel Bluegrass right here. Bluegrass Silverhawks Colonel. Bluegrass is a human law enforcement officer modified into a cyborg to withstand the effects of hypertravel through space that grants him enhanced strength, agility, and speed. He has a hawk-like faceplate that protects him during tough situations. Unlike the other Silverhawks, Bluegrass bionic hardware includes no built-in weapons or wings, and he once complained that he would one day have to learn to fly without his ship, the Mirage. Instead of built-in laser, he uses his guitar, called Hot Licks, as both a piloting aid and as a weapon, firing blue energy notes. And yeah, that's what I liked about all the Silverhawks. They were different in their own way. Yes, they were pretty much like cyborgs, but they were all different in their own way. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bust open the package, which I can't wait to do. And you got Super 7 up here, which I can't wait to do. We're going to bust open the package and see if Colonel Bluegrass is worth the scratch. All right, so I had to pull the camera back some, but here we have Bluegrass in all of his glory with a ton. You see this, a ton of accessories. I'm going to get through the accessories first because I really want to go into the figure a lot because it is absolutely beautiful. And of course, you know, he has a typical like Silverhawks motif going on, you know, the theme that they have with the bluish silver or silver chrome look. But although it's not a chrome look, they put like they added like a gloss or a shine to the paint of the figure right here, which in turn, at first I didn't think I was going to like it, but I'll really know how I feel once I get Quicksilver in my hand. He'll be coming soon. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go over the accessories real quick right here. And we're gonna start with let's start with Wingman right here. Here's Wingman in his guitar form. As you can see, great deco, great paint scheme right here, the beak and everything, because this is what Wingman turns into right here. Turns into a nice guitar right there. You see the frets and everything going on. Very, very good accessory, but it is done in a very hard plastic, so be careful with it, because honestly, as much as I love the Super 7 stuff, when it comes to their hard plastic, if you drop it or whatever the case may be, because I just recently had my Mum-Ra's horn, his serpent horn, come off of his head because I dropped them. And not saying I dropped them from a high height or whatever, it was actually onto like a soft surface and the horn came off. So I would say be a little bit careful with the accessories on here if they're very hard, because I don't know what type of plastic they're using, but it's not made for being dropped. Well, not saying I throw my toys on the floor or anything like that, but you know, they're not made for dropping things. But it is done in a nice hard plastic. Great scheme, great color scheme going on. Great deco, great paint apps on it, as you can see right there. That is the Wingman in his guitar form. Then you have Hot Licks over here. This is his pretty much like his main weapon that you would always see him use in a cartoon. Cartoon accurate, looks perfect right here. Nice shape to it. Got great paint apps going on right here. Has a hole right here so that you can put the blast effect in it. Thus so. And I know which blast effect you guys are waiting for. The guitar one right here. How does this go on? Let's see. That goes on thus, like that. But you have to be careful with it because it doesn't seem like it wants to stay on. Oh, it's staying on. Okay, and look, that is nice. Since we got the guitar effect in there, we're going to go over that next. But this is real nice. As you can see right there, you got the little button deco right here. These are the hooks so that you can put the vinyl straps onto it so that he can wear his guitar. Yes, he does wear his guitar, so on and so forth. And it is a very, very nice guitar right there. Then you have this blast effect right here. We all know this is his, pretty much, I would say he was Miss Melodia's arch nemesis right here, because they both shot like tunes out of their guitar. She had the synthesizer keyboard, he had the guitar right here, and it is done very nice in a nice clear plastic right here. Done in a nice hard plastic too, so be careful with the music notes you see going through there, and the blast effect or at towards the back right there. Beautiful, beautiful blast effect, as you can see right there. Absolutely gorgeous. They did a great job on this. Then we have these two straps right here made out of a nice vinyl that fit on the guitar right there. Then you also have Wingman in its perched form right here. And you know, that can possibly sit on Bluegrass's arm. You can't move anything. Nothing is movable on these birds right here or anything like that. Maybe I don't want a chance to end up breaking something, but he has done it in a nice hard plastic too. As you can see, he has a nice color scheme going on, great paint apps, great deco and everything going on here. Love the top of the head, looks great. Then let's see what else you have. You have Wingman here with his wings spread. All right, nice hard claws down at the bottom. Looks very good. Very good. Great paint apps going on with him. As you can see, as you all know, Wingman turns into the guitar right here. If you know anything about the cartoon, you already know. You already know. But he is looking real, real good. Nice hard plastic. Everything is hard on this guy. Then you have these two lassos right here. This is his lasso coiled, and this is his lasso where you can pretty much, like, I guess you can throw it over one of the guys, but you don't want to move it too much because it's done in a soft plastic, but it feels like it can break if you start moving it around. Just play with it like this or hold it in his hand, whatever the case may be, whatever you're going to do. But it's wide enough to where it looks like it can fit over one of the figures or whatever the case may be. So that's cool right there. And we all know Bluegrass is pretty much the cowboy of the Silverhawks. Colonel Bluegrass is the cowboy of the Silverhawks. Blast effect done in a nice clear plastic right here, or a nice, you know, acrylic plastic right there. Blue, as you can see. Nice nice blast effect. Typical. Then you have a plethora, and I mean a plethora of hands right here. You have this is his picking hand for when he's playing the guitar, holding hand right here, and they all have a peg on the bottom, as you can see. Then you have these other two hands right here, peg on the bottom. This is his thumbs up, which I think is actually cool. Adds to the personality of Bluegrass. You actually gave him a fist too, which is cool. Then you have his, like, I guess this is his chopping hand or his straight hand. You have another hand right here. I guess this is for holding the guitar. And then you have the cybernetic hands over here. All of them have pegs on the back, Nice sculpting within the cybernetic hands. As you can see, there is some knuckle sculpting, whatever the case may be. So it's done very, very well. Pegs on the back, as you can see. He also has these two hands over here with the pegs on the back and the sculpt, and one is a thumbs up and the other one is a fist, which I think is absolutely cool. I love when fists come with action figures, which is actually cool. And then we have this one right here. This is a fret hand when he's doing the frets and stuff like that. Looking real, real good. Beautiful. Finally, we get up to these. And I told you, they came with a lot of accessories, right? You got this beautiful head sculpt with him with the mohawk on. This is what Colonel Bluegrass looks without his helmet on. And it looks really good. This is cartoon accurate. Looks just like our good old country boy Bluegrass right here. Mr. PSA that was always quizzing the Copper Kid. Got hole in the bottom so that you can peg it on and off right here. You know, got the little nodes on the side right there. Nice Centurion helmet looking mohawk going on right there. Beautiful face sculpt on this guy. Raised eyebrow. He is looking very, very good. Then you have this other face right here where he's winking his eye, and that is typical Bluegrass right there. Nice smirk on his face. Looks good. Everything looks good on this right here. This is cartoon accurate. I don't mind the paint that they're using on these. I actually prefer this paint now than if they had used silver. And yes, I'm going to get the Ramen Toys Quicksilver so that we can do a comparison. I'm going to wait until I get Quicksilver so that I can pretty much do a comparison with both too. But this is looking very good. Great paint apps, great sculpt on this guy. He looks amazing. His face sculpt is nice. You can see there's some sculpting within the plugs on the side of his head as well. He looks really, really good. So that is it for all of the accessories. I think I went through all of them. So let's move this stuff to the side and get to the creme de la creme. And that is my man Bluegrass himself. Look at this guy right here. The handkerchief on his chin looks great. Got that beautiful cowboy hat. How does the cowboy hat sit on? Sits on really good. You know, be careful because you know he got like a mohawk going on, you know, when you're placing this on it, because you don't want to pop it or break it in. And not saying it's going to break, but you don't want to mess it up. Beautiful face sculpt. That is Bluegrass right there. You know, he is looking real good. The handkerchief looks good. Everything looks good on this guy. The plating of the cybernetic metal on his body looks good. You know, everything looks good on this guy. Now, they could have given him a little bit more sculpting and detail within here, but I'm not complaining or anything like that. But there's some nice line work, subtle line work going on along the legs. Look at those boots, boy. Them boots are sharp, boy. Them boots are sharp. Look at that. Got the silver paint going on along the top of the boots right there. Holes on the bottom. This guy is looking real, real good. This is Silverhawks. This is Silverhawks right here. Got that nice slim build, nice felt build. He is looking good, boy. He is looking good, man. Look at this right here. Look at this man right here. He is beautiful, boy. Super 7 did right. Now, as far as the plastic, this one feels like a more solid plastic than even Steel Will was for some apparent reason. But you can tell this plastic can take a drop. Not saying I'm purposely dropping my toys on the floor or my action figures on the floor or anything like that, but it can take a drop. Now the handkerchief you can pull off if you pull off the head. If you pull off the head, you can pull it up or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. But the handkerchief is made out of a soft red vinyl. As you can see, it is a beautiful, and I mean beautiful figure. Loving the line down the abs that he has going on right there. Nice slim build. And we will do a comparison so that you can see that Bluegrass is a completely different body sculpt from Steel Will or whatever the case may be. He looks real good. Loving those boots on him, man. They really captured the essence of Rankin Bass Silverhawks, man. He looks good. Loving the way it comes across his face and everything. And without the hat is done in a nice hard plastic too. So, and it has a groove up in the top so that you can pretty much make, you know, it doesn't really mess up the mohawk or anything like that. But again, there's a little bit of paint chippage right there. So again, that's the thing I want to tell you about. Like if you keep moving the hat off and on, it's going to give it a little bit of chippage because they do use a, how can I say, not cheap paint, but it's a paint that pretty much can, after time, if you keep messing with it, is going to disappear. All right. But look at that face sculpt. That is Bluegrass all the way. Now, as far as articulation goes, you can get the head to go around. Nothing constricting it like it was with Monstar. Arms on a ball joint. right here at the shoulders. You can get him to go all the way out. Again, Bluegrass was the kind, he did not fly. He used to drive the Mirage. He was their pilot man and second in command right there. You have a bicep swivel right here, ball joint swivel, ball joint hinge right here on the elbow, and you have twisting and pivoting in the wrist that is connected on a ball joint. In the ab section, you can get some abs, you can get a little bit of an ab crunch going on. Let me bring this back a little bit. Get a little bit of an ab crunch going on. You got nice tilt in the head like that. Head can go up, it can go down too. You have some nice waist twists right there. As you can see, some pivoting side to side going on in the ab area, on the upper torso ab area. So a little bit down in the waist right here. Nice leg split, as you can see. Everything is on a ball joint with this guy, pretty much, you know. In the knee, you have a ball jointed knee right there. Single jointed ball jointed knee. Calf, the swivel for him is up here along with the ball joint peg that is in the calf. Twisting and pivoting in the ankle right there. This is a beautiful, and I mean absolutely beautiful figure. Now, I'm going to try some of his accessories on for you, okay? So it takes a little bit to get the accessories on in terms of like getting them in the style you want them to be. So give me a second and I'll be right back with his accessories. Here we have Bluegrass with Hot Licks right here, and they nailed it with this. Now, one thing I will tell you when it comes to putting on these straps onto the guitar, once you put them on, leave them on. They're not meant to be made to be taken off and on, but he looks great with Hot Licks. And you've seen me put the blast effect on, but I would kind of say be a little bit careful with this blast effect in particular. As you can see, it doesn't really stay on too tight, you know, but it looks great. Looks absolutely great with Hot Licks right here, where he has Hot Licks and everything like that. It stays on. That's just the way I put the strap on with him and everything. And, you know, it literally cradles in his hand. You can see him hitting the frets and everything like that. This looks great. Let's see how he looks with, hold on, let's see if we could do this right here. Take that off and put on Wingman. Here he is with Wingman. I always liked Bluegrass because I play guitar myself. And he looks great. He looks great. He looks absolutely amazing. Let me know if you guys would like to see me play guitar on the channel every now and then. You know, I know a ton of people do it, but if you would like to see me play guitar, let me know. You know, here he is with Sideman. And he looks great. He looks great. I said Hot Wing. That goes to show you who I want next, right? Flashback Hot Wing were the ones I really loved. I really loved towards the end of the series, man. And it looks great right here. He looks great. Let's swap a head. Wish me luck. Oh, okay, that head came off pretty good. Here he is with the smirking face right there and the hat. I like how they have the groove in the hat. So it's pretty much like a guideline on how you should put the hat on, so you don't mess up too much stuff. Here he is with the other face sculpt. I should have pushed it down a little bit more, but you get it, right? Here he is with the winking face. And he looks good, doesn't he? Looks real good with that face, boy. This boy is looking good. This guy is looking real good. Let's see how he looks with Wingman on his arm. All right. Let's be careful. I don't want to break none. Because, see, you know what? I don't like when they put hard plastic down here, because that could break. And there he is. Oh, wow. And Wingman sits on him real good. Look. He sits on his arm real good. Real good. This is looking wonderful. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take some pictures of this guy, and we will be right back. Let me see. Yeah. Kind of hard to stand him with Wingman, because this is a piece of chunky plastic right here. Let me see. Let me get him in a nice standing pose before we go. Give him a hat. This Bluegrass looks beautiful, man. Man, y'all gonna mess around and I'm gonna be up here playing with this guy right here, man. This guy looks great. So what we're going to do now, we are going to take some pictures, and I will be right back with my final thoughts of Super 7's Bluegrass. So, I mean, as a whole, Bluegrass is absolutely beautiful. I love him. Loving the handkerchief around his neck. Loving the cow. I love anything Western. I love cowboy themed anything. And Bluegrass hits that perfectly. That's why I always love Silverhawks. You pretty much had 19s, 20s, 30s gangsters, cowboys, jazz, all that stuff was included into Silverhawks. And here he is next to, let's do a little size comparison. Here he is next to, let's see, we'll do Steel Will. And before I go any further, Bluegrass is coming in at what? What do you see there? I say 7 inches to the tip of his hat. Here he is next to Steel Will, looking great. Bring that a little bit closer. Those two look great together. I don't mind the paint that they're using. A lot of people have a problem with the paint or what they're using, they're painting, but like they give them a glossy shine to them. So that way the figure's paint will last longer. You know what I mean? Here he is next to Steel Will. And if you want to see that one, you can look in the playlist and you will see Steel Will. Here he is next to 40th anniversary. He-Man, He-Man. And yeah, Bluegrass is supposed to be a slim guy. He's not supposed to be big and giant. Here he is next to the man himself, Monstar in fur form, or his fur form or original form. Looking good right there.
Let the Doom Star shine in, and you will be rewarded wealth beyond wealth.
Yeah, right? I love Silverhawks, man. I might even love Silverhawks a little bit more than I do Thundercats. Don't get me wrong, I love Thundercats, but Silverhawks to me was just like high fantasy. Here he is next to Lion-O. Here he is next to, let's want to see him next to a, let's see him next to a classified. See how he looks next to a classified. All right, let me straighten these legs out here. And be on the lookout. I will be doing some more classified videos coming soon. Here he is next to a Naughty Viper. And finally, here he is next to, oh, you got a cowboy here. I love cowboys. Look at that. Look at that guitar. Is that a Stratton? What is that? You want to play me a tune? I heard you got a rope too. You want to catch me? You can catch me if you want to. I love being chased by cowboys. Oh, behind the name. I'm telling the landlord you got a cowboy in here. Yeah, that was David Nora. David Nora came in to see how we were doing and everything. He loves cowboys. So, I mean, you know, that's how I keep him from telling the landlord on me and everything like that. And I think this figure right here is absolutely beautiful. I didn't think I was going to like him as much as I did. Came with a chock full of accessories, as you saw. And he's just beautiful, man. He is beautiful. I used to always love the cool way when the intro, when you would see him playing the guitar and everything and just looking dead, like very stoic into the screen with a smirk on his face and stuff like that. Absolutely awesome. If you're a Silverhawks fan, Super 7 is knocking it out the park. They're improving as they go along, because I was pretty nervous about the plastic or anything like that, but nothing popped. But again, once you put these straps on his guitar, leave them. Leave them. Do not try to pull them off, because they can potentially break if you keep messing with the whole, because it's like a rubber vinyl that they got going on there. But leave them. Just leave it. So, with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do? That's right, kid. You bust it open. Yeah, man.